that myself.
Well, 5 points to you.
Thank you, Ken. That was excellent. In the past, we've actually had a dance party.
Oh, have you really?
In addition to the membership, so if you'd like to run there,
Okay.
let us know. Look forward to it. Our next speaker and our last speaker is going to be Stefania, and the title of her speech is Leverage a Team in 90 Seconds. It's going to be 6 to 8 minutes, so please welcome Stefania.
How many of you have computers with backup systems? You wouldn't think of having a computer without a backup system, right? As entrepreneurs, we all have teams, management teams, that probably have the same kind of, do you know? Okay, she's using my phone, so I figured I better help her. Are you sure you don't need help? It's okay. Okay.
I'll start on.
As entrepreneurs, we all have important data. The data is maintained in our managers, our management team. Is your management team backed up? Alex discovered that he didn't have a backup. Alex had a 5-year-old company, and he was just developing a brand new product, medical endoscopes. He was working very intimately with his vice president of operations, Jared. Alex was the real genius, the visionary, but his right hand had to translate all of those details and features into something that was producible, scalable, and cost-effectively produced. Things were going well. Until Jerry had some complications. Turns out Jerry was diabetic. Started out with one little problem, and it got complicated by another little problem, and pretty soon his doctor had him in the hospital. He actually had part of his heel amputated. He was not reacting well to the medications. He was already in the hospital for 4 weeks. Alex wasn't getting much sleep. He was taking on a lot of Jerry's responsibilities, in addition to those of his CEO responsibilities. At this point, we were having a conversation, and I asked him, well, what are you going to do about this? You know, Stefania, we don't have a lot of cash, and I just don't have a lot of time to think about this. This is really stressful. Alex, let's make this easy. Who on your team could help? That is to say, Jerry's team. Is there anybody who's really knowledgeable? Well, there's Michael. But he's only been there for 8 weeks, and he really doesn't know a lot, but he seems to be very fast on the uptake. In fact, he's actually been a coordinator with some of the vendors. Okay, sounds like he could really help out as a backup. Oh. By thinking about this process of a backup, Alex started to think a little differently. He'd started out with a whole bunch of assumptions. Assumption number 1, I don't have time to figure out what to do. I got to focus on what all these crises are all about. I don't have money. I can't afford to get somebody to help me with delegation. And finally, I just don't know that I'm ready to delegate. I don't know who the right person would be. Those are really 3 serious problems. And even though we started to think about this process, and we came up with Michael, this candidate for Jerry, I could see that Alex was still a little resistant. We did a little bit more thinking. I asked Alex about the rest of his team. So Alex, you're VP of sales. At what level is he performing? Well, actually, he's probably performing at about 80%. Alex, what about your VP finance? Probably about 30%. You've already got this VP of marketing we've talked about. You've already talked about your VP of finance. I know what's going on with Jerry. Would you say that your team is underperforming? I guess so. And yet I could still see that Alex was resistant to the idea of doing something about it. He was still hung up with his own assumptions. His assumptions of no time to figure out the answer, because he had so many other opportunities, no money, and certainly was a little concerned about delegation because he wasn't really sure he could make the big decisions. Alex, how long will it take you to identify an individual in each of those team areas who you could go to and say, if I can't get to your boss and I need information about your department, I want you to know that you are the person I'm going to come to. Just selecting a name. How long will that take, Alex? I guess I could do that. 30 seconds for each of the departments. Okay. And then, how long would it take for you to get on the phone and have a conversation with each of those individuals and tell them exactly that? If I can't get hold of your boss, I'm going to call you, and I'm going to ask you information so that I can take action in absence of your boss. Well, sure, that shouldn't take much more than a minute, as Alex pointed out. So, Alex, it sounds like in a minute and a half, that's 90 seconds, you could actually solve this problem. Alex realized he could have a backup system for his management team. And guess what? If it went along great, a couple of things could happen. Michael and some of the other individuals that were identified might rise to the occasion. Those individuals might actually feel highly valued and be motivated and excited. And possibly, they'd actually give you all the information you really needed in a timely manner. In a worst case situation, you might be failing fast. Because after all, if they don't work out, take another 30 seconds and identify a new person. And another 1 minute and make the phone call. And in another 90 seconds, you've got a backup to a backup. All of a sudden, Alex wasn't so resistant. His whole idea about what to do in this crisis mode felt a lot more comfortable. What about you? Do you need a backup for your management? I hope you'll try this backup system and let me know how it goes.
Thank you, Stefania. That was an excellent speech. I'm still trying to back up all my computer files. A long way for management. So our first evaluator for Maria is going to be Press. So please welcome back Press.